Leave it all on the court. Leave it all on the field. You gotta give it 100. That's from your head to your heel. This is the time that you want it. It's time to jump in and run it. Let's get to jumping and running into securing the deal. This ain't pretend, it's for real. Turn up the temp just a little. With stakes so high,
he's gonna make the throw. It's a touchdown.
Good looking for him. Long throw as always. Mike Evans, he scores again.
Mix it up for the combine. Push it to the limit. How I give it at the combine. Bet I blow your mind when it's lights, camera, showtime.
Hush now, child. I must hear a good word. We got a good date today. NFL free agency is a week out from right now. So from the time you're seeing this, we have just a few short days. Monday the 10th, I believe. The 12th? 10th. 10th. Everything is going to come active. Moves can be made, okay? Trades are finalized, put into place. So all that Deebo Samuel news we already saw, okay? That does not go into effect until that Monday. So we have a little bit of time. But we are going right into the NFL free agency period, okay? The trades that we think may or may not happen with a few players that have been may or may not placed on the trade block, okay? And with us to talk about that is the one and only Kathleen Moore, okay? Say hi to the camera, Kathleen Moore.
Hi, camera.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you've done that before on this show. I feel like you've said hi, camera on this show before.
Yeah, probably.
Something like it.
I feel like I've done all the intros.
Something like it. But anyways, so we have a handful of players, okay, on this list. All right, we got a few of them. All right, first one we're just gonna rattle off. Yep. Oh, by the way, the reason I'm wearing this, not a football jersey, is because the Bolts and Panthers play tonight.
Oh, shout out!
Yeah, shout out. Hey, I'm shameless plug, but the Lightning are a better team.
See, okay. I don't follow hockey like that, I fear.
Oh, hockey's so awesome.
I know. I like watching a compilation of the fights on YouTube, but that's where it ends.
So cool. Do you have an Xbox or PlayStation, Kathleen Moore?
I have a PlayStation.
You should get Chell 25.
Okay,
another shameless plug. I hate EA Sports, but I love Chell 25.
Okay, I guess that's like Hockey Madden.
Something like it, yeah. So, first player we have on this list, DK Metcalf.
Crazy work.
DK Metcalf is crazy work, all right. We don't really know if he's actually going to be traded or not, but Kathleen Moore, what are your numbers on him? What do you like about him? What's on there?
I mean, DK Metcalf, he's a beast. I mean, the sheer size of this guy, I feel like, is enough to, like strike fear into the hearts of any defense, bro. Like, This guy's massive. I think that he needs to get out of Seattle because, Seattle's got to reshape their offense. And what?
You know what else is massive?
Can I finish talking now?
I am a 4-year-old in a grown man's body.
Bro has unk status and acts like he doesn't.
Okay, keep going, Kathleen Moore. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Yeah. As I was saying, Seattle is really reshaping their offense this season, I feel like. And I think they're going to part way with Metcalf for draft picks. Yeah.
It's smart. And right now, the only offer that's been placed on the table that we know of right now is confirmed by multiple sources. Green Bay is offering Dontavion Wicks and a first-round pick for DK Metcalf and a fifth. Okay, I think that's a decently fair offer. Okay?
I do too.
Seattle's reportedly weighing the options right now, thinking about whether or not they actually want to take that, and they have time.
They do.
But I mean, the longer they wait, the higher the price.
Value,
the higher the value goes for those first-round picks. So they got to hold off and see what happens there. But moving on forward, Cooper Kupp. Okay. This guy has been on the trade block for quite some time. Kathleen Moore, tell people over here, tell them what they can expect from Cooper Kupp.
Well, if you're Cooper Kupp this season, you let down my fantasy team for a majority of the season. But hopefully for next season, Cooper Kupp is a standout guy. I would love it if he reunited with not Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff.
Hell yeah.
That would be super dope.
Hell yeah.
I think that they have a great relationship, and I think they would thrive with Dan Campbell's direction.
Hell yeah. And I'm looking at the teams that are interested right now. We got the Cowboys, we got the Lions, we got the Bucks, and we got the Raiders, okay? And the most likely offer I think we'll see, Lions offer a 4th-round pick from this year for Cooper Kupp and a 7th. And I think that's something they'd probably be willing to take. They've been meaning to get rid of him for a while, so his price is nowhere near as high as it was. With Deebo going for a 5th, I mean, market's kind of low.
Right.
You could probably get him for that.
Yeah,
okay, I think it's a fair offer.
I just hope he doesn't go to the Raiders because I don't want to see Cooper Kupp become a felon, guys. Don't want to see that. What? What did I say?
Brandon Ayuk is reportedly on the trade block with Deebo Samuel gone, okay? So we got another guy that's reportedly hitting open water, okay? Teams interested as of right now, the Steelers, Cowboys, Giants, and the Chicago Bears, okay, with Keenan Allen on set to hit free agency. What can you tell us about Brandon Ayuk there, Kathleen Moore?
Well, coupled with Deebo Samuel, like, they're a nice little duo, but one of them had to go, right?
One of them has to go.
Like, Brock Purdy is not worth sticking around.
I love that take, actually.
Yeah,
I
he's not.
love that take. I love it.
Everyone always
love
talks about how Brock Purdy is a system quarterback, but the system sucks.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, Brock Purdy sucks in the system, and Brock Purdy sucks.
Hey.
What?
This-
What is the faces for?
This is a good take here. I like this take, okay? Everyone's a Brock Purdy's top 10 quarterback. Okay?
No,
Brock Purdy's
not
top
even
12,
remotely.
top 7 quarterback. Okay, no. Brock Purdy's like a top 15 quarterback on a good
Then
day.
we get all
okay?
this Jalen Hurts hate, but everyone's praising
No,
Brock
I know.
Purdy.
I was just talking the other day about how Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback right now, but he's got to keep his consistency up for me to keep him in that top 5. All right, but the most likely trade option I think we're going to see here, I think the Steelers are going to
agree.
try to make a move here. They
100%.
wanted him so bad last year, they couldn't get him. And if they're going to get him, I think they offer a 3rd and they get back Ayuk, a 6th, and a 7th from
Hey, what do you
next
think
year.
about taking Pickens?
It's an interesting, conversation because teams have asked about George Pickens because he's entering the final year of his contract.
Right.
Okay, so he needs
It's
an
about
extension.
time.
It's about time, and I've heard that there are some big offers on the table. Okay,
Yeah.
so obviously we don't know what those offers are. We can speculate, but we just don't have the time to currently. But we're gonna move on to the biggest name in this year's trade. Okay. All right. Miles Garrett is reportedly on the trade block. Okay, there's a few destinations he could wind up in. Okay.
Eagles fly, Eagles fly. Super Bowl champions, by the way.
EGLAES Eagles. Lions, Eagles, Commanders, and Bills are the 4. Okay, those are the 4 teams that have reportedly shown interest and or reached out to the Browns for a comment about what he's worth. I have my most likely trade. I'm actually going to say it now because I'm going to give you your time, okay?
Thank you.
I think the Commanders go out and get this guy, okay? Dante Fowler is a free agent, okay? There's a few free agents out there on that team that they need to replace, and one of the guys that they wants out actually is Jonathan Allen. So I think they package him with a 1st from this year, a 4th from this year, and a 2nd from next year. And they get back Myles Garrett and a 6th, okay? I think that is very fair, all things considered, especially given the fact that Cleveland said they wanted 2 firsts for him. I think Jonathan Allen, a 4th and a 2nd, combines for a 1st, okay?
I understand wanting multiple firsts for Myles Garrett. I mean, this guy is a generational pass rusher.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, is it my turn now? Can I?
It is your
talk about what
turn.
I want to talk about. This guy's going to the Eagles. The Eagles have already made a play for him. Myles Garrett has already talking about how much he would love to go to the Eagles, which obviously, hello, Super Bowl champions, hello. Oh, Typhon did not like that. Oh no.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
You've been making so many faces. But I'm
a very
Browns GM though, they don't want to
know what
let
the
go
word
of this
is.
guy. They do not want to let go of Myles Garrett. Like I don't remember what the quote was exactly, but they were like, "We have no intention of moving on from Myles Garrett or letting him
But
go."
also, they said they were open to a contract renegotiation so they could pay him more money, and he turned it down. He said he would have no conversation.
They can't withhold this talent within freaking Cleveland, Ohio. Like,
I hate Cleveland, Ohio.
what an awful city.
Place stinks.
Yeah, absolutely terrible.
So bad.
Nope.
So, next up on the list, Matthew Stafford, okay? Now, granted, he's no longer on the board, but it is worth mentioning that he was on the trade block just 2 days ago. Yeah. So, from the time y'all are watching this, it's going to be 4 days ago. But he did renegotiate his contract, okay? He was getting paid $40 a year. He wanted $50. I'm imagining that renegotiation is somewhere in the 45 range. Okay, so they did give him a little bit more money. He has 2 years left under contract, but he will no longer be traded, okay? Which means that Cooper Kupp trade is only more likely.
Yeah,
all right?
I agree.
And then finally on our list of trades that we have to cover, Jair Alexander, okay? We're going to preface this by saying the main reason Jair Alexander is on the trade block is because reportedly with that DK Metcalf trade that they're looking for, or George Pickens, or a
what have you.
Yeah, what have you, Cooper Kupp, whoever they want. They're looking to go get a 1 and then recoup the capital they lose in that trade by sending out Jair Alexander, which I think for the Packers is a smart move.
I
Okay, that
agree.
makes a lot of sense.
I think they're making a lot of great moves.
They
right
are.
Now.
Okay, I really like what they got going on right now. And the teams interested so far are the Chargers and the Ravens. I think it's going to be the Ravens. I think you send Jair in a 5th and you get back a 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that is a very fair. I mean, cornerbacks are just so expensive right now. But
They are.
where do you think he winds up, Kathleen Moore?
I like the Ravens, actually. I think I'm going to tend to agree with you. I think that's probably one of the only holes I can think of, like, with the Ravens.
Yeah.
I think he would be a great replacement for them.
Yeah, but as of right now, that is all the trade discussion that we have. Free agency period opens a week from today. When this releases, it's going to open about 5 days from then. But for that next episode of Combine, we will be covering everything and anything free agency.
Oh,
we will be covering everything that happens during that first week. So we will see you in segment 2.
Yeah.
Kathleen Moore, maybe we'll see you next week.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
For
Stay
chance.
tuned for more.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go.
Hello. So I guess the crew's getting ready for the next segment on one of our amazing shows. I'm Nick Cohen, host of season 20 of Hitting the Field, and let me tell you about those amazing shows. On behalf of HTF, we hope you're enjoying today's content, but I'm here to tell you about everything else we offer here at the network. Mondays at 4, HTF Bets goes live for season 10 with 3 gamblers that, although it may not always seem like it, are here to help us all earn a little bit of extra money while we watch sports. Diego Ortiz, Tyler Brownrigg, and Andrew Gregg's ball knowledge and fun personalities make this show a fan favorite. On Tuesdays, you all loved it, so we brought it back for season 2. It's Girls Got Game, hosted by Frankie Noble, a show blending women in sports, the biggest sports news stories, and creative segments that make for a fun and engaging show. Next is everyone's favorite sports podcast, The Combine, hosted by who other than Ty Patton, an easygoing, conversational, and technical podcast dropping Wednesdays, also on Spotify at The Combine. Then tune in Thursdays at noon for the network's main show, season 20 of Hitting the Field, hosted by me. Here, we'll cover any sport, any topic, any story, no matter how obscure. We love some football, basketball, hockey, F1. We also cover baseball, soccer, and we even have to show the UFC love sometimes. Penultimately, TGIF, because Friday is nighttime, hosted by Kathleen Moore and Matthew Bracker. Season 8 of Nighttime is where you'll turn to for all things March Madness, UCF sports, and other collegiate events. We're ending with something brand new. HTFN has never had 6 shows running at once. Also filmed in our new podcast studio is HTFC, hosted by Edgar Rodriguez and Patrick De Leon. Football, or soccer in America, is the most popular sport in the world. Across multiple leagues and cups, soccer is a year-round sport, and HTFC is your new source to stay updated. Also on Spotify, by the way, at HTFC. Outside of our 6-show roster, be sure to tune in to our other content, such as the Studio Days vlog, run by our vlog squad of Brianna St. Jean, Michaela Croker, Ashley Rowe, and Ben Huber. Make sure to follow us on our social medias like Instagram, Facebook, and X to stay updated on all HTFN news. Remember to subscribe right here on YouTube, leave a like and comment. And with that, I think we're ready for your next segment. I'm Nick Cohen. Thank you for your continued support, and back to your regularly scheduled programming.
We just got some atrocious news. We got some really, really sad stuff, okay? Reported, let me find this out. I just saw this here. I'm finding the exact details, okay? I don't want to speak any blasphemous.
Hey guys. Ty Patton's in shambles right now. He's pretty disheveled.
The Buccaneers will not use the franchise tag on wide receiver Chris Godwin before Tuesday's deadline, and he's expected to enter free agency. The Bucs and Godwin have mutual interest in a new deal, but the 29-year-old All-Pro will now test the open market as the top available wide receiver. Godwin, who suffered a dislocated ankle in Week 7, finished the 2024 season with 50 receptions for 576 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns in 7 games. Godwin is expected to be ready for the 2025 season. God damn it! What are we doing? Why would we let this happen? My God, this is... I need hand sanitizer, bro. I feel dirty right now. Just a bad day.
Keep it on deck.
Yeah, I do actually. It smells really nice. You want to try some?
Yeah, I can some of that. He's not lying. He's not lying.
Y'all want some in producer room real quick? Yeah. This is.
There we go.
Why, thank you.
Wow. That's a
Bath and Body Works. That is good.
Yes, Bath and Body Works. You know ball. You know ball. It's the Ocean Collection.
It's a nice cologne.
Yeah, it smells like a cologne. It smells like a cologne.
It smells like cologne.
It's a really nice collection. I love I also have the lotion from that collection and a little 5-ounce bottle of shampoo that I can take with me on flights. So, hey, you know what? It's a good collection. Back to the topic at hand, okay? This is really upsetting, okay? I mean, a guy that's been so good for so long, it's just really sad.
Let him walk just like that.
Yeah, I know.
End of an era.
It really is. And you know what? I kind of get it. I'm happy for him because T. Higgins officially signed a franchise tag just a few hours ago. When y'all watch this, it'll be 2 days ago. But he's now pretty much the best receiver in the open market. I would put him above Stephon Diggs in this ranking, okay? So he's going to go out and find his bag elsewhere. And you know what? We're going to be happy for him. But, you know, the guy's gone but not forgotten. You know what? I might personally hold a funeral service for him.
Vigil?
Yeah, candlelight vigil. I would actually do that. I would actually go back to Tampa just to do that. Stay tuned. This might actually happen. I might actually do this. Okay, I might do this. Anyways, Ben Huber is here to talk about NFL free agency. So, I mean, you know, we weren't too far off topic.
No. Bath and Body Works hand sanitizer. I think that's pretty close.
I love Bath and Body Works hand sanitizer. You know what? I just went and bought a new fragrance the other day. I got a little Dolce & Gabbana light blue, and I got it at Macy's
That's
for
a great fragrance.
Yeah, great fragrance. Okay, real common, you know, but still delicious. All right.
I'm a fan of the Dolce & Gabbana, the one. That one's.
Oh, are you?
My go-to.
I haven't tried that yet. I gotta give it a little sniff test.
It's more of like a mature.
Oh, is it?
Cigar kind of smelling fragrance. It's
Ooh,
very nice.
very nice actually.
Smells
Actually, you know what we're gonna do?
We both have wife beaters underneath.
Yes. We still got this guy. Hey,
Always.
my glorious King Mike Evans. All right, we're
Death taxes Mike Evans over 1,000 yards.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna happen, right? All right, so for our free agency talk, we are looking at solely offensive players.
Yep.
Okay, and you know what? Just for giggles, I mean, we were just talking about him, Chris Godwin. Where's he gonna go? Because the Giants are looking for one.
I'm wearing the jersey right now. I think he's going to the Jags.
Do you really?
It makes a lot of sense. I think they're going to get rid of Christian Kirk. You know, move on from the pre-trash wide receiver room they have right now. I think they're going to land Godwin. They can throw a lot of money at him, give a reliable target for Trevor Lawrence. I think that's, honestly, for me, that's the best fit.
I mean, I don't hate that, but yeah, Brian Thomas is over there in that room. Gabe Davis can't escape that contract yet.
Gabe Davis is terrible.
Yeah, but you paying him like $13 million a year, something like that. And then you have, is it 13 a year or am I tweaking right now? I thought it was 3 years, 39 million, but I might be wrong. I might be tweaking. Something like it.
Be upset still.
You said I may just be upset still?
Still be foggy.
Oh yeah, I may still be. You know, mental fog. That's what news like this will do to you. Next thing you know, I'm gonna open my phone. Levante David's retiring. I might just crash out, dude.
Yeah, that's.
Oh man,
That'd be the nail in the coffin.
that'd be a really bad day. So Jags, I don't hate the option, but I also, you know who I really like over there? Parker Washington. You're 4. I really like that guy. I think he's got a good game.
It's kind of just like a Swiss Army knife type of player.
Yeah, he is. I don't know if I'd put him up there with Taysom Hill, but I put him in a bracket below. Okay.
He's pretty versatile. You can do it.
Yeah. Speaking of versatile, that guy Tyler Warren had a Penn State tight end in the draft. Whoo, mama! Oh my God.
It's a blue collar boy. Yeah.
This is a, trying to think of a good analogy here. What can I say about the star tight end Tyler Warren? Okay, I'm gonna.
Throw back by 9.
He has her back by 9.
He'll have her home by 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, but I mean, like, best option I can give. Okay, this is a lollipop. Okay, that can moonlight as a spoon. Okay, he's a multifunctional. Okay, this guy can do everything. Okay, okay. On from that, before we dip into our toes in the other receivers in this room. Okay, let's look at the QBs. We got a full slate of them. Okay, we got Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Sam Darnold, Justin Fields. maybe Kirk Cousins, but I think we'll stay away from him for now. So those 4 on the board, Rodgers, Wilson, Darnold, Fields. Give me your 4. Where are they winding up?
All right, so first off, I have Sam Darnold. I think he's going to the Giants. It makes too much sense. They're kind of in a weird spot in the draft. I don't think they want Shedeur Sanders that much. A lot of teams are pretty hesitant about drafting him, but I think Cam Ward goes before they have their pick. So
Yeah.
I think they end up going with Sam Darnold. And
Okay.
then Russ, I have him going to the Raiders. I feel
Love
like
it.
This makes a lot of sense.
Does Pete Carroll over there? You know what? I could even see potentially a Tyler Lockett trade go in.
I don't know. I think Tyler Lockett is leaning towards retirement. I mean, I could be wrong.
Probably. But I
He's
mean,
pretty old.
pair those two back up. Okay, we've seen so many reunions.
That's true.
I mean, even on the tiniest of levels, like you look at the Bucks, Baker Mayfield, we go and got him Sterling Shepard. Like we're trying to pair every college quarterback with every college receiver, every former pro talent with every pro receiver. Okay,
Yeah.
we're trying everything, and I mean, Tyler
see
Lockett and
that.
Russ, I think could happen. Maybe
You
it's a
wanna run it back
1 year
just one more
thing,
time?
just one more year.
Just for the good feels.
Just show us it. All right. So Russ is going to LV. All right. Darnold's going to New York. What about Rodgers and Fields?
I think Fields. I think he stays with the Steelers.
I like that a lot.
I think they really like him.
Yeah.
It was kind of a thing. They kind of had to start Russell Wilson last year.
Yeah.
It was one of those things like you have him on a pretty cheap deal, but he's a veteran guy. He's gonna have to start.
And it was a pretty unfortunate move that they had to make. They had no choice because it was a conditional 5th, I believe, that could become a 3rd if he played over 55% of snaps, and
It
he had
makes too much
played
sense.
50. So you had to, or 45 or something like that. You had to pull him.
Yeah.
Okay. So he stays in Pittsburgh, and then here comes Mr. Retirement Home, okay? Old senile Rodgers, all right, with his little walking tennis ball thing, whatever that thing is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Thing that all the old people have in movies, the
Yeah,
cliche
in the
thing.
nursing homes, you got the walker.
Yeah, a little walker.
Herbert the pervert from.
Yeah. Chris,
Do you want to come to my place, Chris?
come on over, Chris.
you want to.
I know you like it, Chris.
That's gonna be Aaron Rodgers when he tries to get Devontae Adams to come to the Titans because that's where he's going. Come on, Devontae.
Come to Tennessee, Devontae. Where you running off to, Devontae? Come stay with me in Tennessee.
Nashville. It's got a great nightlife.
Okay, so that's a lot of moving parts, but you know what? I don't think I generally oppose any of them. Okay, I think I could see all of them. All right. Honestly, you could probably flip any of them to any one of those teams, and it would feel right now. But I think later in the week we'll start to see things iron out.
Right.
Moving ahead, though, okay, running backs. We got a room that almost seems a little bit deep, but I don't think it is when you look at it. There's your Rico Dowdles, your Jordan Masons, okay, Jerome Fords, guys like this.
A lot
But
of whatever players.
yeah, I think the top 2, maybe 3 if you want to argue. Aaron Jones for sure, Najee Harris for sure, and potentially Nick Chubb are the biggest names in this board right now. Chubb's getting a little bit older. I don't know if he has many years of good football as the other two do.
He's a big name though.
He is a big name. So, who out there do you think needs running back? Who out there do you think is going to be gunning for one of these 3?
I think the Cowboys need a running back.
Yep.
I think the Raiders probably need a running back too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the Vikings are they going to get rid of Aaron Jones or are they going to keep him? I think they're going to keep him.
I mean,
I think he goes
I
back
could
to
see
the
it. I could see it.
Vikings.
I almost want to say they get rid of him so they can sign a cheaper option in the draft because this running back room is so deep. Yes, it really is so
They
deep.
really overshadows the free agents. It's like you want
It
to hold
does.
out and just get a running back in the draft. You have
Yeah.
Scadaboo, Genty, Marion Hampton, like all these guys, Tragon Henderson, Tokens.
I could see one of these guys finding their way to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're going to wind up taking anybody, but I mean, they could probably get one of these guys at a halfway decent deal. I would say even if they bring in Russ and they go get Tyler Lockett or they bring in some pieces, right? Maybe they go convince an Aaron Jones to sign for $1 million less. Let's go ring chasing, you know?
In Vegas?
In Vegas? Yeah, doesn't sound right, but I mean, they could. Cowboys, I think, pass.
You can get married in a day, so that's your ring chasing.
Yeah, very true.
That.
Very, very true. Hey, but you know what? The Cowboys isn't even a tougher situation, okay? Dak Prescott's got 1 ring, okay, and it's not a Super Bowl one, all right? It's on his ring finger, okay? Aaron Jones, Najee Harris, Nick Chubb probably find their way to different teams, maybe the Denver Broncos, maybe the LA Chargers. J.K. Dobbins is on this list. I kind of danced around that. J.K. Dobbins is on this list, okay? There's
I
a
heard the Broncos need a running back too.
They do pretty badly.
badly.
Javonte Williams is a free agent, and that guy just stunk. They do have Audric Estime, but I think he is more of a third down back, split backfield kind of guy. And I mean, unless you want Jaleel McLaughlin carrying your running back room,
Don't
okay?
think so.
No, sir. All right. Rest of our receivers. All right. And we're going to dance back around. I'm going to ask you for some, different things at the end. We'll dance back around to the running backs. I know we kind of sped through it, but we got Stephon Diggs and a handful of others. But let's start with him. Okay. Stephon Diggs, Houston Texan, commanding somewhat of a paycheck, but after an injured year, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a dip in how much he earns. Do you think the Texans have the money or want to re-sign him, or do you think he tests the waters?
I think they do re-sign him. I think they
Really?
re-sign him again this year. Tank Dell is kind of like a question mark. Is he going to be healthy for this season? I think he's probably going to be out most of next season. That injury was pretty bad.
I mean, he tore everything. Yeah. I think it was ACL, MCL, meniscus, and what is it, ICL, TCL, something like that?
It's brutal.
Everything.
She's so unlucky with his injuries.
I know. It's so bad. Like, glass bones and paper skin. But, I mean, he's really talented. I love the guy's game. But, so they keep Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Then we have Devontae Adams, who's carrying a $38 million cap hit this year. Okay? I mean, that's ridiculous. But, so Devontae Adams looking for a free agent spot. You think he finds a way in Tennessee with Rodgers?
I don't know. I think Rodgers is going to try to do it, but I think that ship has kind of sailed. I think there's no way you could even say that's going to work in Tennessee with Rodgers and Adams.
No.
I mean, maybe they'll try, but I think Adams is going to go to the Steelers. I think they'll trade him to the Steelers.
Okay. I don't hate that at all. And it is worth mentioning he is officially on the trade block currently, but they did say that they would release him when free agency starts. Then we have Deebo Samuel, who did just get traded. We are going to mention that trade, okay? Sent over for a 5th-round pick. Horrible, but that pulls the Commanders out of the receiver market for the most part. Mm-hmm. They still need to add some depth, but it pulls them out for the most part. And then we have our offensive line. I think they could go various places, but it's worth mentioning some of the names that are on here before we get to the end of this. Okay, Ronnie Stanley, Patrick McCarry, guard out of Baltimore, Kevin Zeitler, Detroit guy, formerly L.A. Ram guy, and finally Ryan Kelly. All right, the Indianapolis center. A few other handful of names in there. Zach Martin was a free agent. He is now a retired NFL player. And then we have Brandon Sheriff of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, he's going to find his home elsewhere. But now we have this full slate. I'll put a graphic up of all your picks, Ben Huber.
Okay.
There'll be something on screen right now that says everywhere that Ben Huber has somebody going. But for the last one, do you have any dark horse free agent signings right now? Anybody that you like going to a specific place that's almost a lock that you feel in your head?
We kind of went over running backs, but we didn't say where they're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I like Nick Chubb to the Cowboys a lot.
Really?
That one feels good. I feel like Jerry Jones, he's like, oh, Nick Chubb. He's like he signed Ezekiel Elliott back. He wants the old running back who can just get it done. You know what I mean? I think Nick Chubb to the Cowboys is a lock. I like that.
Jerry Jones is also 95, pushing 110. So this guy, he might not be wearing his glasses, and he hits one of the.
It's 25, 35. They're all the same to me.
He hits one of these. He's got a little. Looks up and he's like, Bradley Chubb. Yeah, bring Bradley Chubb over to the Cowboys. I would love to see Bradley Chubb on the Cowboys. And then somebody's like, sir, Chubb is, and he got $45 million. He just hands him a check, and then next thing you know, here comes Nick Chubb in a wheelchair and crutches. And he's what the hell are you doing here? And then he's God damn it. I didn't pay for
It sounds
Nick
like the
Chubb.
Magic front office getting Grant Hill on crutches. Walks into the facility. We want him. We want him. That's who we want.
We should do a combine play. Just a play on the combine. Okay, just we'll act it out in a.
We got to get Matthew Bracker for that.
Oh, Matthew Bracker would.
Theater kid.
Yeah, full theater kid. Matthew Bracker, I mean, that guy eats, sleeps, and breathes like Hamilton. The guy loves. Greatest showman, Hugh Jackman. The first 2 acts of that movie stink, bro. They're just so bad. So did Music Man. That's not a bad movie with Hugh Jackman in it. Anyways, I do think that's unfortunately all the time that we have today on the Combine. It's always cut so short, so quick.
It feels like it goes by so fast.
Every single week. Okay, but yeah, we'll see everybody next week for the start of the free agency period. We'll be covering the signings. And Ben Huber, why don't you sign us out, but do it like Herbert the Pervert?
Alrighty. everybody. Thank you for coming out to the Combine today. We appreciate all your support. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Goodbye.
Come to Tennessee, Devontae. We want to see you in Tennessee, Devontae.